Hi you guys. So my bad. So actually this is gonna be, it might be a little bit of a longer video because I haven't uploaded in so long, and I basically have to sit here and tell you guys what I have been up to all of 2020 and all the craziness. So if you guys want to know what I've been up to, what's been going on in my life, and check in, and don't forget to grab a drink, honey, because I'm gonna have to have a drink to get through this one. Okay, stay tuned and I'll let you know. Okay, so as I said, child, mama needs a little drink. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. So I actually started drinking brown liquor. It was not planned, but I did want to try it again. My best friend, hi Rika, she actually put me on to Jack Daniels and Crown Royal, which you guys know I was more of a wine drinker. I like my wine, my cocktails and stuff like that. And this lighting is kind of giving me the double face, but I don't know why. Is that better? Is that better? I can't tell because on the camera they all look like they even it out. Okay, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. So you guys know I was a wine drinker, but after I had the wine, the next day my stomach would be killing me, and I would have like a really bad hangover. So my best friend was like, well, try some brown liquor. And I told her I had tried E&J back in the day, and she's like, oh my god, that's gasoline. So she's like, no wonder you don't like brown liquor. But she actually put me on to Jack Daniels Apple. So this is Jack Daniels. This is not Jack Daniels, I'm lying. She got me 2 little samples for Christmas of the Crown Royal Maple and the Crown Royal Apple. And I've been telling her I want to try the Crown Royal Peach. So I actually might get that from my job, which I'll tell you guys about in a minute. Well, my second job. So this is a mixture of the Crown Royal. It's like those little tiny bottles, like this big. The Crown Royal Apple Maple, so it smells like apple and maples in here. And I had mixed it up with ice and Martinelli's apple juice. I feel like Martinelli's is the best apple juice. I swear, I've tried a bunch of apple juices in my life, and Martinelli's has always been the best to me. So I mixed that with Martinelli's. I have a little shaker I brought years ago from Walmart when it was on sale for like $4. So I mixed it up in a little shaker and with ice. So on top is actually pieces of Asian pear. I don't want to tip my drink, but these chunks are Asian pears, which I love Asian pears, and they're mostly popular during the like spring, summer months. So it was kind of hard to find it. I found these particular ones at Target. They're fucking massive though. They're huge. They're like this big. So I cut some up for my lunch tomorrow to take with me, and I saved a little bit so I could have for my drink because I know I want to have a drink tonight. But anyway, that is the mixture. Then I topped it off with a little bit of ginger ale, and it's so good. I'm not gonna drink that fast because brown liquor is more for like sipping and enjoying the drink. If you want to get up though, sweetie, you need to be on vodka side, you know what I'm saying, or tequila with shots. You can make sippable drinks with those too as well, but I'm a lightweight, so I'm not gonna be sitting here chugging this. I will be pretty messed up by the end of this video if that was the case. So you guys might see my cats in the background. I didn't have enough room to put up the background, and every time I do, they find a way to jump on it, and it is not able to support more than like the weight of fabric. So we all know how that goes. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna start off by telling you guys what's been going on. I just want to give you guys a little tidbit on my drink real quick. But so anyway, right, what's been going on? Missionary Rona came through and wiped out the church, told the girls to stay home, and we were forced to stay inside. Now I have immune compromised loved ones. I have 3 particular people that are immune compromised. I cannot freaking talk right now. And for them, I basically didn't go to any gatherings, didn't go to any parties, for myself first, and then, you know, especially for them. So I didn't go to any parties, any gatherings, nothing. So if friends or anything like that were having any kind of get-togethers, I respectfully declined, just because I'm like, I'm around them so often that I do not want to basically get me in trouble or get them in trouble in any type of way health-wise. So I basically stayed home and quarantined and worked. So that was pretty much all I've been doing last year. But I think that if everybody cooperates, then we could probably get some kind of plateau going here. And I think that people think, oh, just because you don't think about it, it doesn't exist. That is not how that works, sweetheart. It still exists. It's still a thing. This camera's crooked and it's bugging me, but we're gonna just move forward. So yeah, so that's pretty much what was going on with Sister Rona. But excuse me, was it February? No. I'm trying to think back. So basically, I'm trying to think back through all the months to tell you what has transpired. Okay? Carisha, please. What has basically been going on. My mom's health did take a turn. In July, we found out that she needed a stent put in her heart. It was actually the 4th of July when she told me her heart had been bothering her a lot and things like that. So I'm very proactive when it comes to like stuff like that. You can't play around with your heart. You can't be like, oh, I'll just wait it out. So I made her go to the emergency room. I took her myself. They kept her overnight. And she basically found out she needed to stent in her heart and stuff like that. And you guys know my birthday is July 6th. So I didn't really care about the birthday this year just because of everything that had been going on since March. I was like, God willing, if I see another birthday where it's safe to do things and travel, then we shall do those things. But I wasn't necessarily in a rush. I'm perspiring a little bit. It's kind of warm in here because I am drinking I'm drinking alcohol and my body automatically starts to sweat. And then also, it's cold outside, so my heater keeps kicking on, which I should have probably turned it off. Pretty much what was going on. Excuse me. So she did have a stent put in her heart a couple months ago, and she says that it's doing a little better. Her blood pressure had spiked because her heart was trying to basically work with the stent to, make it better. So she's never had high blood pressure. They said it's just because she did get the stent put in and all of those things. As many of you guys know, I did have a condition called adenomyosis, which I will put across the screen in the box somewhere, which caused me to have, if you're not interested in female problems, skip through this part of the video. A warning, okay? This is a warning, disclaimer. I'm talking about female problems, ovaries, vaginas, periods, things like that. If you do not want to hear these things, I completely get it. Please do fast forward. My cat just ran in here. Well, one of my cats, Paris and Scar are always playing. I feel like as soon as they know I turn on the camera, that's when they really want to show out. You know what I mean? So basically, I had a condition called adenomyosis. And this condition was diagnosed December 2019. So as you guys know, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm going to say that. So you guys may not know this, but I was originally supposed to get my surgery, which is the only cure for this, is a hysterectomy. They've put me on medications, they've done shots, they've done everything. They even tried to put the Mirena inside of me. That was the most miserable 3 days of my life. I was actually pretty miserable when they did that a couple years ago. Well, actually the year before, in 2019 is when I had the Mirena for like 3 days. I was in so much pain, y'all. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, take it out, take it out. So it works for some people, but it did not work. When I had the Mirena put in, it was extremely painful. So basically after that, they were like, well, we need to get you tested. I didn't have endometriosis. I didn't have that. It's almost like a sister or a cousin to it, really, adenomyosis. Every time I went to the doctor or the ER, I had to explain to them it's not endometriosis. It's basically like their sister or their cousin It's not any less painful. From what I understand from women who do have endometriosis, it's not any less painful or any less like difficult to diagnose. So they didn't know what was wrong with me for almost 5 years. I kept going to the doctor. I kept saying, hey, something's wrong, something's not right. I'm having too much pain. It seems to be increasing, blah, blah, blah. So finally, Scar is bugging. So finally, they were like, I'm sorry. I wish y'all could see him over here doing the most. So finally, they were like, basically, we want to do MRI, which is the only way to really diagnose endometriosis. So I was like, okay. So I had an MRI done, and the position you have to lay in is basically on your back, right? For hella long. I swear, they say you don't have kids if you have cats. I mean, if you have pets. I think that's a lie. I would like to come in the room and just let you guys know that is like having children. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, let me just stab this off because we don't want to mess up the makeup, sweetie. Whew, child. Very ghetto. Would not recommend having your hair down if you're sweating. So that's why I've only taken 2 sips of this alcohol, by the way, because I sweat like a crazy person. So anyway, sorry about that. Back to the story. So, yeah. So they did the MRI, and if you don't know, you have to lay on your back for a significant amount of time. And lucky me, I have a lower back issue. So that means when I tried to get up off that damn table, child, please, I said, leave me here. Just leave me here. Leave me here. I'll do it. Okay. It took me a minute to get off the table. Then when I got it off the table, when I had to go back, this is pre-COVID, by the way. When I had to go back in the changing room, I sat there for a cool ass minute because my lower back is pretty messed up if I lay on it too long. I have arthritis in my back as well. So that explains a lot. So they basically did the test. A couple weeks later, I don't even know if it was a couple weeks later. I think it was a couple days later. I talked to my gynecologist, and she was like, well, you know, we do see endometriosis, which explains a lot. Explains why you're having so much pain and uncomfortability, and when you bleed, it feels awful. So I was like, okay, so now what do we do? So since I had done everything before, all they could really do was kind of put me on a medication to stop me from bleeding until I had my hysterectomy. Now, we had planned for April, okay? But Sister Rona said otherwise. So I ended up having to wait all the way until August to have my hysterectomy. Leading up to that, it was a lot of different emotions. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys I was completely okay with it. At first, no, I cried for about 3 days. Because it was a definite that, sorry about that. It was a definite that I would not be able to physically give birth to a child. And that was always something that I kind of thought I wanted. I was like, well, I think I want to have a baby. So, like, not now, relax. But, you know, I was like, maybe one day, you know, me and my partner will be like, okay, you know, let's have a kid. And, you know, they do not want to get pregnant. So it was me, and I was okay with that. But I also wanted to adopt. I also wanted to foster. I also wanted to do things like that. So I was like, there's other options. You know, we could always get a surrogate. But at the time, it was about me losing my, you know, my ovaries and my, Lord, I can't think of the name of the other thing they take out. Oh my God. Basically my ovaries and stuff that help produce a baby. So all I have left, not my ovaries, my fallopian tubes. That's what it is. My fallopian tubes. They left my ovaries because they did not want me to go through early menopause. So I kept my ovaries, and everything else still there. Everything is still there except for the ovaries. Why do I keep saying ovaries? My fallopian tubes. I'm sorry. And my, yeah. Yeah. So, but you can definitely Google it, the name of it, what the condition is. I would say if you're having the same symptoms as me, definitely get it checked out. It's not a definite that that's what that is, but if you've been having problems getting diagnosed, and doctors are telling you they don't know what's wrong with you, it's fine, da 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 da, kind of writing you off, get to a doctor who will listen to you. And that's what I had to get to. I had to get to a doctor that would listen to what I was saying. And it's funny because all of them were this color, you know what I'm saying? And the one who listened to me was this color. So it was just like, I really needed a doctor, a woman of color, you know what I'm trying to say, who would understand what I was trying to tell her, that I wasn't making this up. And I have a friend, Danica. If she sees this, hi Danica. She's actually going to school to become a gynecologist because we've gone through the same thing. She has endometriosis. So I'm sorry. I hope she's not mad at me for saying that, but I don't think she's keeping it private, but I'll text her. If she tells me not to say it in the video, I'll edit it out. But basically, so we've gone through the same things with doctors where they don't believe us. They think we're making it up. They're like, oh, it's not that bad. I've had mostly women doctors, because men, I feel like, no shade, but I feel like you cannot tell me how to work my vagina. Like, you can't tell me that you understand what it's like to have a period. You can't tell me what it's like to have cramps. You can't tell me, or you can't say you've experienced that because you haven't. And I feel like I can trust a woman more because she's been through it. You know what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm saying? Or at least, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys, you know. And I feel like I'm over explaining it and it's making it weird, so I'm not going to keep explaining it. You know what I'm trying to say. If you have ever had a period, you know what I'm talking about. Woman, them, they. If you ever had a period, you know what I'm talking about. I would trust you more than somebody who's never experienced a period. Okay? So basically, that's pretty much what I went through for a really long time. And then in August 17th, 2020 was my surgery date. I had my surgery. And if you're thinking about doing it, if you have endometriosis, adenomyosis, anything, or you just want to like cut off not having kids anymore, things like that, I have a low pain tolerance. All right. Let's just start right there, sus. I have a low pain tolerance. So when I came out of surgery, I was rather surprised that the pain hadn't hit in like it would a couple days later, and I didn't know yet. So don't get me wrong, I was hurting. I was hurting, okay? Okay, you guys, this is graphic. I'm gonna tell you what happened, okay? So basically, I woke up. And my best friend, shout out to my best friend, Choflo. Thank you so much for coming again. She came out here to help take care of me, and she's one of the immune compromised. So I really felt some type of way about her coming, but there was really nobody else because my mom couldn't do it. I didn't have any friends out this way. And I felt like everybody's living their own life and I can't have them stop and do it. And she offered, and she was like, I'll be there. So she will never understand how much that means to me. Like, we've gone through a lot of things as friends in our relationship and everything, so she will never know the extent that that meant to me, that she risked her health to come out here. And I didn't feel completely okay with it, but I prayed about it and I meditated and I prayed about it, so I was able to release the guilt. You know what I'm trying to say? So anyway, though, so she came out here and helped me. I went in at, my surgery was scheduled at 8, I want to say. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But basically, I had to be there really early in the morning. And so, as you know, I live in Stockton right now. So most of the time when I go out to the bay, I was going to my mama's house. I had to drive from Stockton to Richmond. Now, if this means nothing to you, just MapQuest it. Showing my damn age, child. Google map it, whatever. Just see how far it is, okay? So it's not exactly close. So me and my good friend, I couldn't have anything to eat from, I think it was what they said, midnight the night before. So I didn't get up and get my normal coffee run like I normally do. Nothing. They said I could take vitamins, but I don't like to take my vitamins on my empty stomach because it hurts my stomach so bad. It's not even funny. So then we go out there. So like I said, we were in the middle of a pandemic. And there's nothing really open. Like, she loves to read, she loves Lego, she loves stuff like that. So she could at least went to the mall and, you know, done something. But there was no malls open, you know, here in California. So basically I went in at like 8. Y'all, I woke up, I felt like, listen to what I'm saying. I felt like it was noon. I felt like it was 12 p.m. Okay? So I'm like, oh my God, like I'm groggy. I'm like, oh my God, my vagina hurts so bad right now. It felt like, gonna try to explain this nicely, but there's really no nice way to say it. It felt like somebody with big ass hands was holding my vagina open for like 4.5 hours, and it was very sore, very tender, very painful. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And it was like, I didn't cry yet, because I originally cried when I come out of surgery because I'd be in so much pain. But I hadn't cried yet, and I was like, oh, maybe I can, you know, get through this, because I haven't dropped the tearlets, you know. I cried before I went in, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Before I went in, they were I was okay. I was cool. I had processed through it because I had enough months to be like, okay, this is what's happening, how we move forward. I didn't want to be sad the whole time about it. You know what I'm trying to say? I wanted to be okay with it because that's what I needed to be able to move on with my life, to be happy, to live pain-free from that particular pain. So I was fine until I got into the room. I think it hit me like, oh damn, I'm really about to have a whole hysterectomy. Sorry. And I dropped a little tear, dropped it. I wasn't afraid. I was just like, you know, I think I was just like, it really hit me like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna be somebody's mom in the natural way. Like, not the natural way, I don't want to make it sound that way, but not in the having a pregnancy, giving birth type of way. So I was just like, okay, well, you know, but I get to be pain-free though. Because if I kept my fallopian tubes and all that, I would be having so much pain every day. I was having pain doing regular things like driving, sitting down, standing up for too long. Anything was giving me pain. So I was like, sis, gotta go. That's just it. And that's that on that, okay? So basically I went in there. I had dropped some teardrops before, but after I didn't cry, I was in a lot of pain though. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I think I'm gonna pass out, Jesus. So I hadn't had anything to eat yet. So like I told you guys, I thought it was noon, okay? So they're like, I'm like, oh, I want to go home. So they're like, okay, we're gonna call your ride and let them know that you're waking up. So I'm like, cool, it's noon. We should get back by like 2 o'clock. I heard the person next to me, right? They, you know, in the surgery area, basically it's people like divided by a curtain. So he's like, oh, what time is it, nurse? And she was like, oh, it's 4:56. I was like, 4:56? Like, I was shook that it was almost 5 o'clock. I was like, what? So I was like, oh no, my best friend has been out here all day. And the funny thing is, before I went in, she was like, oh, I'm gonna just go back home until they call me. And I was like, no, don't leave. What if I wake up and blah, blah. Now I felt bad. And I was like, oh, I should have let that girl go home. So yeah, so it was like 5 o'clock when your girl got up. So they wasn't gonna let me leave until I peed. Y'all, that first pee after a hysterectomy, that's the devil's work, okay? That ain't nothing but the devil. That's the devil's work, all right? It hurt like hell when I peed. I was like, oh my God. It was just the deepest burning sensation I've ever felt in my life, in my vagina. And I was like, oh my God, no. And then when I got up, I don't know if you should, if you don't. I get up and I always look at the toilet, you know? It looked like a massacre, y'all. Like, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen that much blood before. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm bleeding from the inside out. And so I'm like, okay, relax. We just had a hysterectomy. It's totally fine. We're going to be okay. So basically, after that, they were like, okay, you peed. They told her to go get my medication because I thought originally they told me that they were going to bring it to my room. But because of COVID and everything, they said that the person, whoever's riding with me or driving me home, could go get it. So I had to wait for her to go get my medication. And then they rolled me out, and she had brought me like cute little things. Like she brought me like some lipstick. She brought me a little snack, and it was just really sweet, you know? And so she was ready to go because she had pretty much been in the car for about maybe like 9 or 10 hours, and she got us home quick in a hurry. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Okay, so I was like, all right, cool, we're home, good. So I had my little cushions sitting around me, and I was slept on the couch the first night. She was very attentive to me. It's very important during this process. Listen to me, if you're gonna have a hysterectomy, hear what I'm saying. It's very important to have somebody who is attentive to you. Even when you don't want to ask for help or need something, it's important to have somebody be like, what do you need? Tell me what you need. I can help you. Don't do this. Don't overdo this. Because they told me I cannot bend over for the first, I think it was the first week and a half or so. I couldn't do things like feed my cats and scoop their litter boxes. So it was very important to have someone here to help me. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that was basically what happened. I've been out about it'll be 5 months on the 17th of January, and I have like very, very little pain in that area. It's a particular muscle that is right above my left ovary, where it has been giving me a couple of problems. I even went to physical therapy for it. So that particular issue is not going to go away overnight. But for the most pain, like me feeling like I was going to pass out every month, every couple weeks or so, that particular pain, sorry, Scar's being a creep, that particular pain is gone with the surgery. Would I recommend it? Yes. But I would also recommend that I'm not being funny when I say this, make sure that you're doing some type of therapy. It's a lot to take on. It's hard. And it's very much, if you're not mentally prepared for what is about to happen, it can definitely trip you out. Oh my God, he's so dramatic. Are you done? Irking. He's irking. Okay? But yeah, so I would say if you are feeling anything that you need to have a hysterectomy, make sure you're taking care of your mental health, okay? Oh, that is really delicious, you guys. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to write them down below, or almost not giving a drink. Or if you have ever had a hysterectomy and you have advice for others, leave that down below as well. I want people to feel like they can come here and get advice and get truth about what really happens, you know? So basically the next thing is I had to get a second job. As you guys know, I have been looking for a second job for a little over a year, and I wasn't having much success. But my parents moved back to the Bay Area in October. Excuse me. And the apartment manager for their apartments they lived in before they moved out here helped them move back in the same apartments, just on like the opposite side or whatever. So basically, her daughter was nice enough to help me get a job at thank you, I really appreciated it. The thing is about it is I'm gonna try to keep my wording about this situation, because I still work there. And I don't know if somebody will run into this video. I'm not gonna trash talk, but I'm gonna tell the truth. So for a periodically long time, the management is not that great. It's a girl who started working there when I started working there, and sister girl is a manager. And the only reason I know, because let me tell you what happened. So one day I was looking for something in the store, and I was like, hey, do you know where this is? And she says to me, no, I just started here yesterday. And that was the same day I started that she said that. So I was like, oh, okay, no problem. I'll find it. So the other day, I realized that she is a manager because I needed a manager's approval for something, and she had to come up there and do it. And I'm like, it's people who've been working here for years and aren't managers, so. Anyway, though, it's none of my business. You know what that is? None of my business, okay? So I'm gonna just keep doing my job, aka going to work every day, smiling, talking to people and stuff like that. You know, for the most part, customers are cool. I'll have the good Judy come in every once in a while and be like, I'm not talking about the, you know, how T.S. Madison says Judy. I'm not talking about that kind of Judy. Literally Judy from down the street will come in and get an attitude with me. Like this one lady, let me tell you what happened. So randomly the store runs out of bags. It ain't nothing we can do about it. Now it's a big, and sometimes the management over there, so this particular time we have no bags. We sold the regular bags, that's 10 cents. We sold the reusable bags. We gave out boxes. We were down to nothing, right? And this store gets pretty busy sometimes, you know. Sometimes like certain hours it just gets really busy. This string right here is bothering me, okay? It's irritating my soul, and I'm gonna cut it off in a second. So basically, for the most part, we kind of, you know, talk to people and try to keep them all. Oh, thank God, it's irritating. So we pretty much talk to people and stuff like that and are friendly, you know. So this lady comes in and she buys her groceries, and I was like, oh, we don't have any bags. And I completely forgot to tell her because I'm like, I had said it so much that day. I'm like, I know you heard me say it to the person in front of you. So I'm thinking she gonna go about her day, right? Why did I say we don't have bags, child? She literally loses her actual shit, okay? So I'm like, ma'am, we don't have bags. So she's like, what do you mean you don't have bags? So when people ask me questions back, I just say it to you. I sit there and look at you with a straight face. And we got the mask on, so it's just this. So that's all you get to see, okay? Because I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. We're adults. I'm not talking to a child. I'm pretty sure she was older than me. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, what do you mean you don't have bags? So I'm like, I don't know how to say it again. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing I just said. It's we don't, okay, break that down. We, the store, do not have. They're gone. Bags, the bags that you use. Okay? Thank you. So she gets all bent out of shape, and she's like, what do you mean you don't have bags? I can't carry this. And I mean, it's time for me to get off. So this is my last customer. So I started wiping. I normally wipe down the counter, the belt and stuff, you know, for the next person, whoever come to that register, they don't have to wipe it first. So she's sitting there yelling, child, and I use a stool at work because my heel is messed up and I have to wear a bootie, which I'm gonna talk in a minute about. So basically, she's yelling, she's pissed off that we don't have any bags. And now I began to walk away because I didn't said it to her 2 more times out of courtesy. So she's like yelling, she's like, I need a refund. I'm not gonna carry this. Just going on and on and on. And I'm like, girl, if you get this bent out of shape about bags, my God, woman, it must be, he irking. I'm not doing this with him every time. So I'm like, if you're getting this bent out of shape about bags, it's not about the bags. So I just chucked it up to the fact that she got something else going on. We all got a hell of shit going on. And, you know, it is what it is. So after that, you know, it is what it is. You know, people have lost their shit about bags again. You know, some people be cool, some people come out of a bag on you. But it's really, no. Ugh. So, it's really, he really didn't have to jump up on here like this. And he knocked over my fucking foundation. Oh gosh. So it's really up to the customer whether they're cool or not. But you know what I mean. It depends on the customer. So the heel thing, let me tell y'all. So when I first started there, I had went through like 5 different pairs of shoes. I had brought so many inserts for my shoes because I have plantar fasciitis, right? Of course I do. So I'm trying all these shoes, Nike, Skechers, Adidas, every kind of shoe I have, right? So it's not working. My heel nerves in my heel were getting messed up and I didn't know. I was just having a lot of pain in it and I was like, okay, what's going on? So I had to go to the emergency room one day because I was like, my heel is hurting so bad. And they were like, we think it's a nerve condition because you have fibromyalgia. We think that basically it's traveling down to your foot from the standing and the walking for almost 8 hours consistently, right? Oh, girl. So they have to give me a little booty and it goes from my knee down to my foot and I have to wear that at work and I sit on my stool and I do my job. But I had to get approval for this stool. I had to go through hoops and ladders and basketball courses and track fields to get this approval, right? So that was pretty much what I had to do to get my approval for my stool or whatever. But it's nerve pain, so they think that I might need a cortisone shot and I am not interested in that in my foot, sweetie. Not at all. So I'm like, okay, no thank you, I'll fucking pass. Okay, but I have to wear the booty until either I stop having pain or I get a cortisone shot. So next thing is I'm not gonna keep talking about work, the second job, because it can irritate me rather quickly and I try to leave it there. Okay, and they're messing with my schedule. Okay, but we're not gonna go there because you know what, none of my business. Okay, so I am moving to St. Louis this year and I have been planning this for like 2 years because I was like, I want to save enough money, I want to get everything in order, blah blah blah. But there's no time like the present and I need to quit pussyfooting around, as they say, and just get my shit together and go. So I've been saving money, I've been paying down my debt, I've been doing all these things. That's why I took a second job. And it seemed like every time I think I'm getting ahead, another bill collector calls like, hey girl, you owe us money, sweetie. So I have to set up a payment plan, but I just ask God to give me peace about it, and things of that nature, because there's just some things I can't control. I did some stupid things with my finances when I was younger, and if you're young, pay attention to them. Don't get a bunch of loans, don't get credit cards, don't do none of that, because if you don't pay them off, they don't disappear. They go on your credit and then they still want their money. So what do you know? So basically I've just been focusing on getting that down, so if they do check my credit, they can see that I am paying them back. I am, you know, doing that as well. That helps your credit go up, stuff like that. I just take a little breather, y'all. I feel like I'm talking forever. I've been talking for like 40 minutes. Oh my God. These braids, my gosh. She won't stay back. I normally wear this in a ponytail, but I'm like, they are mermaid braids. They're so cute that I do like them down, but I'm like, if I'm wearing this side back like this, then, you know, the braid in the front right here be trying to show out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, relax, girl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's basically what's been going on. 2020 was a mess, child. It's very ghetto to the last drop. And it was, you know, the Maxwell house of years. And you know, I hope everybody's doing well, for real though. I joke around a lot, but I really hope everybody is doing well. And if you're not, I'm praying for you. I'm sending you positive energy. I'm sending you good vibes. Whatever it is that you need, I'm sending it your way. I know that normally there's a lot going on with like people's mental health, depression, anxiety, stuff like that. So I am too in that category. So I know that normally it can be hard, but put a pandemic on top of it, it could be even harder. And I'm just really sending everybody like love and light and positive vibes. Don't feel pressure if you didn't do anything quote unquote new last year. Like, I've been seeing a bunch of these memes towards the end of the year going around saying stupid shit like, oh, if you didn't start a new career, or if you didn't have a new business, you didn't want it bad enough, you didn't grind hard enough, you didn't do this hard enough. I'm like, it's a panorama outside. What you want people to do? Okay, some people lost their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Some people lost loved ones. You want them to just, because you say they're not doing enough, you want them to go, oh, excuse me. Oh, I didn't know I had to please you. Fuck out of here. People be so extra. Like, mind your business. How about you don't judge people because they're not doing what you're doing, but you also don't have the life that other people have. So relax. Okay? This goes for every other year as well, without a panorama. I'm saying it wrong on purpose. Don't be down there in the comments being rude. But seriously, without a pandemic going on, it's hard enough. It's hard enough just to get up and get through each day. Anyway, so let people live, okay? Leave them alone. Carisha, please, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. I know times are really crazy, especially right now. So just don't put any extra pressure on yourself. Do what makes you happy. If you just take a step forward each day doing better, and then you can pat yourself on the back. You know what I'm trying to say? So I did want to make sure I put that little tidbit in here and tell you guys that I'm alive. It's been a rough year. On top of just the pandemic, I also had my hysterectomy. So I had to heal from that. I had to make sure my mom was okay. I had to make sure my loved ones were okay. And it was just all a part of everything that I need to go through. So, you know, I'm gearing up to move to St. Louis, and I'm praying for June. So I have to actually start going out there to look at apartments in person, because I have been looking at them online, but you know, it's different now. They're like, you got to come in because we don't want no scamming. It's not so simple. So I do have to go out there and be like, hey, this is me. It's me. But yes, I think I talked about everything. I think. So, I think this video is long enough, so I don't want to bore you guys to death and whatnot. So I did want to update y'all and say, hey, Happy New Year. And I hope everybody's doing well. You know, life is crazy, bro. Like, so I just did want to stop popping, say Happy New Year. Here's what's been going on with me, and here's what I've been up to. And one last thing, I found out I had a sciatic nerve in my hip, in my lower back, in my hip, on my right side. Pray for me, y'all, because she's driving me fucking nuts. And I got, I almost said plastic surgery, Jesus. I have physical therapy for it, but when it's a nerve like that, it hit different. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, so I did want to tell you guys about that. I hope you guys are doing well. Man, I just wish everybody well. There's no new me, new yet, none of that. I ain't got time for that, sweetie. I ain't got it. I just want you guys to be good. I want you guys to be happy. And I want you guys to be healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. That's what I wish for everybody. Just to find something that sparks a little bit of joy inside of you and go with that. Do whatever it is that makes you happy, as long as you're not harming yourself or anybody else. I say go for it. So, you know, I wish everybody well, but thank you guys for taking the time to watch my videos again. I'm gonna try to sit down or pop on here more often, just because it's been a full year since I haven't uploaded a video, and I was looking back at it like, oh my god, I haven't uploaded a video since November 2019, and I didn't think it had been that long. But you guys don't even know, like, I didn't do my makeup a whole lot last year. I did my makeup once, which was for Thanksgiving. And that was it. I was very much going through a lot of things health-wise. My other family members, my loved ones are going through a lot health-wise. I wasn't really sitting down doing makeup or putting on any kind of makeup really. So yeah, I said to myself, I want to sit down more and do my makeup, even if it's just for me, or even if it's just to not do a tutorial or whatever the case may be. I just want to be able to sit down and do my makeup and, you know, feel like that again, because I do like to do my makeup. It's just that I hadn't really had the opportunity to sit down and do it as much as I normally would have, because your girl been working, your girl been going through health stuff, taking care of that. They're chasing each other. Okay, cool. So it's almost their dinner time, so I am gonna, Paris, what are you doing? It's almost dinner time, so I am going to make sure I get up off of here. Well, their dinner time, they eat at 6, so I'm gonna get up off here, but I did want to say thank you guys for watching, and you guys, I wish you all the best in every single year to come. Not if y'all knock over my stuff, I'm gonna have 2 fur rugs, okay? I'm gonna have both of them, black and tan and black, okay? Well, she's brown and black. Okay, all right. Paris and Escar, please, Carisha. Thank you. Whew, very ghetto. Would not recommend. Okay, but let me get off of here because they're acting a fool. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Okay.